Hello, good morning, and welcome. My name is Mike Moritz, and the name of this video and live stream is Ranking the Eurovision Grand Final 2026. Open brackets, an opinionated guide, close brackets implied. Wow, I'm having my coffee for the morning. I'm very tired. Woke up 4.5 hours ago. Um, And when the voting was happening, I was going to the markets with my wife. Got back home, managed to watch the voting. Holy moly and a half. What a show. A couple of things that come to mind. Really surprised that Lithuania whiffed with the juries. I had Solo Quiero Mas as a jury favorite, and it just wasn't there. And I wonder if it's the younger juries that's doing something, because what we've definitely seen is there's a younger bent that is being seen in the voting. Um, Also, I don't know about anyone else, but definitely like our televote was it seemed more regular than we've seen in the past couple of years. Couple of other thoughts I can say. I'm really surprised by Finland not landing with either the juries or the televote. I had thought that would be a big win. Maybe there's some burnout from the Eurovision tragics, but it's not the Eurovision tragics that really guide the televote at the end of the day. It's the casuals, and I would have thought that would impress them. Maybe they had a similar issue that I did, which was that it grows on you, and I had time to really like Flamethrower. It didn't really impress me first time around, and I was more interested in Italy. And what happened with Italy? Well, Italy got more points, and it came fifth. I'm not surprised with the love for Italy. It's a classic piece of Italo disco. It's a wonderful piece of music, and it works really well there. I was really happy with how they did the jury voting. The algorithm that they used to get people on top. We got Moldova at the top of the board. That was fantastic. We got Romania at the top of the board. My girl Alexandra, you worked and you earned that third place. I actually think that Delta didn't really do as well as she did in the semi. I haven't seen the results, but apparently we came second in the semi behind Albania, which confuses me because Albania didn't really land for me. Sweden finally actually, someone checking them. I feel like Sweden's been coasting for a while and they needed another Anna Bergendahl moment to really kind of tell them to step up. I don't mind my system, but it is like when you've got Bangaranga, my system, like I prefer my system as a song, but I think that Bangaranga, and let's talk about that. So the winner this year was Bulgaria. It is their first time winning next year in Sofia. Very happy about that. I was totally prepared for an Israeli win because I think that unlike the past couple of years, Israel has, I think, a really good cross appeal song. And it manages to misstep a lot of the issues I've had with their songs of the past couple of years. Unicorn, I felt like was a bit of a mess. Watch my 2023 video. I go into my issues with Unicorn. Um, my issues with Hurricane are really based around the staging. I just think there's a tonal inconsistency there, and I think that New Day will Rise is the best one that they sent. Michelle blows them all out of the water. It's an actually like good, honest, solid song, and if it would have won, I would have thought, yeah, I get it, that's fine. And when we looked at those points and we saw that Australia didn't come through with the clutch, that Finland didn't come through with the clutch, I was like, yeah, no, this is, and I hadn't been doing the maths because I'd been out, and I wasn't sure about exactly what was going to happen. And then I watched the ticker go up, and the moment, like, because I was making some breakfast at the time, I watched the ticker go up, and I saw it get to 345, which was one more point than it needed. And I'm like, cool, right. Bulgaria's won. I go off. I check on my breakfast. I come back, and they're at 516. 516 points. Bulgaria didn't just beat Israel, they murdered them. And you know what? Best luck, Michelle. It's a solid song. It's a fine second place. I'm much more comfortable with that being second place than New Day Will Rise. Um, and Romania third. Choke Me for all of the haters. I'm so happy. Choke Me was like all I was playing yesterday. Fantastic. So, yeah, what I've been saying on socials is Bulgaria, not my favorite, but you are my winner. And for the first time since 2017, we have a a consensus. The jury and the televotes were both aligned that Bangaranga was the song of the year. And yeah, okay, it's not the kind of music that I like, and that's why I'm not going to be rating it highly. I think currently on my rankings it's 20th, but I'm happy with it winning because I think it's a good winner, it's a strong winner. Bulgaria has they've deserved a win. Beautiful Mess was fantastic. I will stand till the cows come home for Nut in Art from 2011. Fantastic song. If Love Was a Crime. 2016 is a weaker year for me, and If Love Was a Crime, I think is my number two. I haven't done a proper ranking of 2016, but If Love Was a Crime is definitely top five for me. It's a fantastic song, and if they don't wheel out Polly when we get to Sophia next year, I don't think they're making a mistake. Um. Anyway, let's do my rankings. I've changed my rankings up here. I, I decided to go for Father Ted themed, and I couldn't think of a green one, so I kept with my Porkers reference. But we've got the top tier is My Lovely Horse. The second one is Pretty Good, Not Bad, Pretty Good. The middle one is Careful Now. Fourth is Down with This Sort of Thing, and the bottom is Zari because Zari sucks. Let's go through the songs of the Eurovision Song Contest Grand Final 2026 Denmark. It's a lovely horse. Um, it's it's grown on me. It's currently in my top 10. It's the bit before the chorus. Da, 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 da. That's not the exact melody, but that bit where he's like climbing up that melody is utter perfection. It's one of the best musical moments in the entire show. I think just that little progression and the melody on it is wonderful. It's good stuff. Germany. Ah. I think we'll put that in careful now. It's not the best girl banger, I think, of the year or the girl bop of the year, but I like it because I find it just a bit more listenable. The big we'll get to Bangaranga, but I like it, but it's a little simple. Israel, careful now. Um, yeah, no, it's I've said what I said about Michelle. Michelle is a fantastic song. He sang it really well. The staging wasn't great. There were a lot of mirrors this year. Um, he did the better encasement thing than actually there's a lot of encasement as well because we had the rope prison in Switzerland. We had the crystal prison of Boy George, and then we had the diamond prison with Israel there. But no. I like Michelle. It was fine. Belgium, no. That that nul point from the televote is well earned. It's shrill. It's high pitched. The dancing, call me queen. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Anyway, Albania, down with this sort of thing. Um, I've I bounce off the Albanian entries very hard. It's I I look. I've said this in previous episodes where I've been talking about it. I think it's just that Albania fundamentally has a musical tradition that I don't have a really easy way of getting into. Um, with the Balkans, with the Germans, with the Nordics, with the Baltics, I can kind of approach them and I understand where it's coming from. But I think just the musical culture of Albania, or at least what they favor in their national finals, isn't something that I can easily kind of grok my head around. And I think that's the issue there. because like the two songs when I think of Albanian songs that I really enjoyed, it's One Night's Anger from 2014, which kind of has that kind of girl operatic rocky vibe that I like, and then Germ from last year, which they're sorry, my brain is it's very early. Well, it's not very early in the morning. It's like mid morning now, but I've been up for a couple of hours and I'm badly rested. But because they're based in Italy, and so I think that because they've got that Italian rub, they were able to get that kind of fusion there, which I think is what makes jam work for me so much. Anyway, Ukraine, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. It's a weak song. The melody isn't there. I understand why it got high televotes, but honestly, no. It's no. Greece. Careful now. Um, Greece is not the kind of song I like. But I am glad that it is here, and I think that it's the amount of votes that it got from the televoting is well earned because again, it's a good song for the people that really like it, but it's very difficult for the casual person who's just watching this on a Saturday night to come in and be like, yeah, cool, here's what I'll watch, and then you get and it's just like I don't. It's a bit odd when you're coming in at to from the Eurovision tradition, where we have these kind of slightly quirky songs that, on the face of it, seem very silly, but actually have really important messages behind them. So whether it be Cha 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 with its kind of masculine breaking free vibe, Rim Tim with its social anxiety, Espresso Macchiato with its kind of poking fun at these poser wankers, like they this they seem silly at the front of it, but they've got like an actual meat behind it. And Greece definitely comes from that, especially, I mean, he's like 27 or something, so like he would have like grown up during all of the financial nonsense that um Greece was dealing with. And so this kind of maximalist appeal to want all these things, but then also want to contribute back to your family. I get that. And so like I think Ferto has a really good message behind it. It's just a little bit inaccessible for the casual fan. Australia, pretty good, not bad, pretty good. She sang it well. I think she sang it better in the semi-final. Um, I was surprised how much of a deep voice she has. I feel like the televote was a bit low, but then when I saw how many people voted for Bulgaria, I'm like, oh well, there you go. Yeah, Serbia, pretty good. Um, I like the vibe more for Serbia than I do the actual like song. I don't when I'm listening to Serbia's song, I'm not listening to Serbia's song to listen to Serbia's song. I'm listening to Serbia's song because I want to feel that feeling, which is generally why I listen to metal. Like when I'm listening to metal and when I'm listening to hard rock, it's not because I want to absorb the message or something. It's because I want to get the emotion. I want to feel the music. That's what I get out of hard rock and what I get out of metal. Um, uh, if I want to, yeah, I don't know. If I want kind of messaging, I'll generally listen to prog or something like that. Um, Now I'm just thinking about Generation 42 from 1974. God, that is such a good song. If you want some early kind of hard rock, it's like very dark blues rock, like early Sabbath, Yugoslavia 1974. Hell of a song. I think if I re-ranked 74, I'd probably put that above Belgium. I really like that song. Malta, careful. It's For a moment there I thought that it might actually win. Because early on in the jury voting it was getting a lot of push, and then it just kind of didn't really hold together, and then it was on the right side of the board, and I'm just like, nah, I don't think this is enough. And then it got like what, 8 points from the televoting, and I'm like, yeah, it just doesn't have the staying power. Croatia, it's a lovely horse. They're fantastic. um I love that the quote witchy song, we've all been talking about the witchy songs, the pagan songs this year. The fact that it is fundamentally rooted in a very Catholic story, that these are like, or at least the Catholic wrapping of it, the song itself is yeah, it's very kind of, you know, feminine fire, but the way that they're telling it and the strength behind it is a Catholic. Um it's a Croatian Catholic strength. And I find that really interesting that everyone's turning around and saying that this is the witchy song of the year, and I've been saying it's the witchy song of the year, and it is definitely a cousin to Bermain Limey, and I guess even like the power of something like Doomsday Blue, and definitely Stay. I think Stay is its closest cousin in that kind of folk magic area. But yeah, no, it's Croatia has just been on an absolute tear this year. Bulgaria. I'm careful, careful now. All right, why don't I like Bulgaria? Because it's not a song. It's not a song. It's a little bit of lyrics and then a dance break and then a little bit of lyrics and a dance break. It's the same issue I had with Nocturne in 1995. If you haven't seen my 1995 video, the winner, absolutely adored winner of 1995, Nocturne. Beautiful piece of world music. Wonderful. I put it 12 out of 23 because it's not a song. It's 24 words and then an instrumental piece in the middle for like 2.5 minutes. And Bulgaria is the same thing. It's not a song. Whereas like I listen to Fuego, I listen to Slow Mo. They are these dance bangers, and they are a song as well. And going back to Unicorn, one of the issues I had with Unicorn is it's got its dance break in the song. Like, you know, you want to see me dance. You want to see me dance? And it's like, no, I want to listen to you sing this song because there are musical ideas in here that are really interesting. And there are bits in Bangaranga that are quite interesting. I like the bits that she's singing, but so much of it is a dance piece. No issues with it winning. Like absolutely no issues with it winning. And I love the shot that's been going around of like her with her like slightly open mouth, like she's shocked. It's like Bulgaria winning, huh? And no, I'm overjoyed, absolutely overjoyed that she won. But yeah, we are 17 minutes into this. We should race through this because the other one was 20 minutes and I thought it was too long. France, no, not really interested. Actually, you know what? No, not even that. Not interested. It's opera. I don't like opera. See previously my comments on Le Temps Perdu or Absent Friend or uh any other opera songs that I have talked about that I didn't like. Not really that I can think of, but definitely those two. God, Absent Friend is bad. United Kingdom, careful now. Um, yeah, it's I've cooled on it a bit. I like the Britpop elements and the electro elements, but he yells it too much. And I think that if he was singing it rather than yelling it, it would be better. It's very blur. It's like, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it just doesn't kind of come together to me. Sorry, I've rolled that up. Moldova, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, no, high energy. Love the appearance from Aliona Moon. Loved her. Um, yeah, no, and just it was such a treat to see them at the top of the board there. Yeah, it was great. Finland, it's a lovely horse. I don't know what else to say. You know, like it's probably my winner. I will need to have a bit of a think about how I'm feeling after this. But I think that we're going to get another 12 points to Finland here. Strong. Linda's violin is amazing. The main vocals are beautiful. It's just I don't know what happened there. Anyway, but yeah, no, definitely a lovely horse. Czechia, it just doesn't work for me. He I said this in the other episode. He doesn't really sing. He kind of just soars gently and then kind of nothing really sort of comes together for me on that one. Um, yeah, it really didn't land. Lithuania, careful. Um, It's pretty. I like the staging. I like the fundamental message of it all. He sings it well, but again, this is another one that just doesn't really come together for me. Poland. Nope, this is a whiff for me. Uh, it just, I just like the moment you're calling Prey, I'm already being like, all right, let's like this, like Croatia. That's not a religious song. It's grounded in a sort of a religious thing, but it's not here being like, yeah, like come join the Salvation Army. Um, I'm already kind of yeah on it, and I just feel like there were better sung ballads like this. Like Azerbaijan, I thought was really pretty, and I thought we should have gotten some love, and it didn't. Sweden, yeah, careful. It didn't really come together for me. I'll be honest. I want to like it, I really do, but eh. um, yeah. Cyprus. Yeah, look, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with Cyprus. Actually, you know what? I think that Germany gets up into pretty good. Um, grudgingly. Uh, yeah, no, Germany belongs in pretty good, not bad. Yeah, look, Cyprus is. I don't really know what to say about Cyprus. It's fine. It's a kind of an ethno banger that an ethno pop that we don't have a lot of this year. A lot of this year is very dark with our murder ballads and our corporate angst and everything. And just, I don't know. It's nice. But I feel like Cyprus has done this kind of thing better, especially with the dancing on the table and flashing back to La La Love. And I'm like, why aren't you doing that? Italy, beautiful. Disco Dad, love him. Fantastic. Well deserved in the top five. I love that people are giving this one some love. I am aware that it is extremely dated for some people, but I just got to be honest here. You know, it makes me happy, and very little of the songs in this contest are what I would call happy songs. They're songs about pain, or they're songs that are kind of like musically dark, or they're the songs that are kind of tinged with melancholy or angst, and just Italy coming up here and just being like, yes, it's a wedding song, it's a wedding disco song, and it's happy, and that's what I loved. Norway's kind of cooled on me a little bit. I want to like it more, but it just doesn't really come together for me, unfortunately. I know I'm saying that a lot, but the thing is, I'm very tired to the high level of comedy critique that you usually get from me, where I'm like creating these really unhinged metaphors. I just don't have them because I'm tired and I'm gonna want to have a nap. Romania, lovely horse. I'm so happy for her. Her face when she got those televotes and she was at the top of the board. I was so happy for her. And then after all the hate that she's gotten for this, saying that it's misogynist and it promotes violence against women, for her to end up in third, I tears are welling in my eyes. I am so happy for Bulgaria. I am so happy for Romania. This I think this might be the best Romania's gotten. I think this might be Romania's best result, and well earned. And Austria with the dancing thing, we'll put that in careful now. Do I feel like I need to move any of these around? No. Nah, that's all fairly mid. These ones are not really fan. Don't really like those ones. These are all pretty good, and these are lovely horses. Yeah, no, that's gonna be my tier list for that one. These aren't ranked. I'm gonna go off and have to have a bit of a think about that one. Um, and yeah, start work on my next one. Side note, I am really mad that I started production on my video for this one before. Like I had my backgrounds and everything ready weeks ago. And then they come in and they've changed the actual livery for the show to be black and gold. And I'm like, that looks so much better than my bisexual lighting nonsense. But anyway, So that is my lists. Those are my rankings. I hope that you enjoyed this. I am very happy with these results. I think that like unlike I would challenge people to say that Israel didn't deserve that position in second with Michelle. Like I can understand people saying they didn't deserve it with New Day Will Rise, but Michelle is a better song. So I think it does it deserved those jury points, and the televote was there, and at least based on our televote in Australia, I'd have to check the other numbers, but we gave Israel no points. So I'm like, I don't see any of the stack ranking or anything that I've seen in other years. So obviously, whatever the EBU is doing is working. At least in Australia, it is. Yeah, we gave 12 points to Bulgaria. I think we gave 12 points to Bulgaria twice. But yeah, full video coming maybe next week. I'll have to think about that. And then I will be doing, I think the next one we're doing is 1982, which will be fun. But for now, I need to have a nap. My name's Mike Moritz. Good morning and take care.